Couple of rough ones, Raptor fans. Couple of rough ones. We are here again. What's up, Raptor fans and Raptorscope watchers? We're here to talk about the Milwaukee game, the first game of the season at home, our home opener. Didn't end up so well, but you know, we'll talk about that and maybe the reasons why. There seem to be a lot of reasons why. So let's get into it. Milwaukee is a regular rival every season, not to mention Gary Trent Jr., our former player. He's made a home over there. He's doing well. He's actually in the starting lineup, which he was in and out of the starting lineup in Toronto, so we're happy for him that he gets a starting role over in Milwaukee. But when it comes down to it, we're trying to beat him, trying to beat Milwaukee. So like I was saying, let's get into it. The Raptors lost this one 122 to 116. You know, it was a fierce battle, but in the end, Giannis just was too dominant. He scored a ton. Let's just get into it. We'll get into the numbers. We'll get into the positional battles. There's some changes from the first game, that things we got to improve on to not continue losing. We sort of had lost 2 in a row now. We lost to Dallas tonight. It didn't look pretty. We could have played better. Dallas seemed to have figured something out, and we couldn't adjust to it. Also, the players are getting used to each other. You know, they're building chemistry. It's not like they've been playing together for too long. Unfortunately, those are growing pains. There's nothing you can do about that. You got to go through that. But we lost in the process, unfortunately. Giannis did have a standout game. He had a 30-20 game, 31 points and 20 rebounds on 11 of 14 shooting. It was a massacre, man. No one could stop him as usual. But that being said, let's get into the numbers. It was Cole Anthony off the bench who was their main point guard. You know, he had 19 points, 7 rebounds, 2 stocks, 4 assists, and 1 turnover. Emmanuel quickly had 19 points on 6 of 14 shooting, 1 of 4 3-point shots, so he hit 1 3-pointer only. Kind of bad on the free throws, 6 of 10 kind of stands out. It's almost as low as 50%. You gotta do better than that. 2 steals, so 2 stocks, that's always good, and 8 assists, only 2 turnovers, so an assist to turnover ratio of 4, which is decent. You want to get 8 assists or more, and you want to get 2 turnovers or less. You know, 2 is acceptable. You're passing the ball as the main distributor all the time. You want to keep it under 2. It's sort of a double-edged sword when you're the distributor. That being said, Quickly didn't do such a bad job with a 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio, and also plus minus of -4. The Raptors lost by 6. I'm going to move on to the next matchup, which was fairly even between RJ Barrett and Gary Trent. They both scored 20 points. RJ Barrett shot amazing again, 75% shooting. 1 for 3 on his 3-pointers. He hit 1 3-pointer, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 stocks, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Pretty good stuff here from RJ Barrett again. Plus minus was -6. Again, they lost by 6. Gary Trent shot 7 of 15 shots with 1 3-pointer as well, 20 points as well, but only 2 rebounds, but no stocks. It really didn't seem like the stars in the starting lineup were paying attention to any defense other than maybe Miles Turner. Who will be the next person we talk about here? Let's get into Miles Turner and Jakob stats. So Poeltl and Miles Turner, they both had pretty, I'm going to call it insignificant games. You know, Miles Turner did have 3 stocks. He had a steal and 2 blocks. They both scored very low. Okay, I'll just go through Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl scored 6 points, had 5 rebounds, an assist to turnover ratio of 2, and a plus minus of -1. I can't say his impact on the game was positive or negative because it just didn't seem like it had that much impact overall. Miles Turner is pretty similar. 2 of 8 shots, no 3-pointers. He does shoot 3-pointers. That is sort of strange for him, even though he's a center. He does shoot 3-point shots, and he didn't shoot any this game, or didn't hit any this game. Actually, he was 0 for 3 3-pointers. For 4 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal and 2 blocks. Again, this game seemed to center around the power forward and small forward battle. Giannis versus Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram. Scotty Barnes shot 6 for 15. That's pretty bad. 40% shooting. That's for 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. Fortunately, the plus minus was a -17 now. They only lost by 6. I don't know what this -17 is about, but if you ask me, Giannis Antetokounmpo had a huge deal to do with that. 11 of 14 shooting. 11 of 14 shooting. 11 of 14 shooting for 79%. That's just nonsense. No one could stop him, clearly. He hit both of his 3-pointers. He didn't do so well at the free throw line. but he did do extremely well on the boards. 20 rebounds, so 31 points, 20 rebounds, 7 assists. Pretty much unstoppable, folks. Honestly, what are you gonna do when Giannis comes down on you? Honestly, he's great. That being said, unfortunately, I think part of the problem here is turnovers. Scottie Barnes' assist to turnover ratio was 1. That's because he had 3 turnovers and 3 assists. Game 1, he had 9 assists. He basically seems like he's making a bit worse decisions. Even in this Dallas game that I just watched, some of these passes he's choosing to make, they're just easy to pick off. Saw a couple of them. The player's just standing there watching. If you dare to pass it, and he does, and they just catch it. I think the decision making there has to improve. If you're gonna have 3 turnovers and a plus minus of -17 in a game that you lost by 6, I think something was up. Something wasn't going quite correct when you were on the court. That's what plus minus dictates. Of course, it's relative to your teammates. It's definitely based on what you were doing on the court, especially with such a discrepancy. -17. Giannis's plus minus was plus 18. So yeah, that speaks for itself. That said, he had 31 points, 20 rebounds, so a 30-20 game from Giannis. That's really what tells you he was just dominating the whole game. 11 for 14 with 20 rebounds. That pretty much means that no one could stop him on Friday for the home opener, unfortunately. Also, he had 1 block. He had 7 assists and 5 turnovers, unfortunately. That's a lot of turnovers. That's good for the Raptors, but it did not have that much impact on the game. I mean, he made up for that with the rest of his stats. So what, he turned the ball over, I'm pretty sure. Let's see how many of those rebounds were offensive rebounds. Yep, 7 offensive rebounds. So those are basically possessions. So maybe offensive rebounds should be not assists necessarily, but you know, like, you get another possession of that, that does mean something. It's less for the other team. It's a complete turnover, honestly, especially if you take advantage and score. Brandon Ingram hit 10 of his 20 shots for 50% shooting, which is pretty good. 3 of 7 of his 3-pointers, hit 3 3-pointers. He does that. Nothing you can do. 29 points, 6 rebounds, 1 stock, and that stock is a block. Unfortunately, again, assist to turnover ratio under 1.75 for Brandon Ingram. Unfortunately, this is not going to cut it. I mean, 4 turnovers today? Yeah, 4 turnovers. It's why the game was close. It's probably why we lost. Not just Brandon Ingram's 4 turnovers, but the whole team. We didn't do the things necessary. Jakob, I don't know if he was involved enough with Miles Turner on the perimeters. I think it's just a matter of, this was a power forward, small forward battle. The centers were just totally taken out of the game. Giannis is just a beast, and I think we just have to figure out better ways of adapting to his style of play. I think we can. I think we have the size for it, but unfortunately this game. Also, I'd like to say there was a point in the game when I guess Scottie had knocked Giannis down and sort of made a point of hollering at him and flexing on him. Those are things you do when you're up maybe 10 or so. We lost by 6, unfortunately, at the home opener. We want to do better. We did lose the Dallas game by 10 tonight, unfortunately. I'm gonna do a bit of analysis on that one. I watched that one a little more closely because Friday night happened to be the first game of the World Series, the Toronto Blue Jays. So yeah, I did miss some of this game, but I did watch replays. I did watch the replay. It was a fight, but it just looked like we were we were outmatched. One thing, we need to hit more 3-pointers. Brandon Ingram hit 3, but in our starting lineup, Quickly especially, I think is one of the culprits. He hasn't been that great with the 3 this season. He'll probably get better. I mean, he's been better in his career, and I think he'll improve this season, but he's just in a slump right now. So let's hope for better. This is game 2. We were even 1-1, but now we're down 2-1. We lost to Dallas tonight. We're playing San Antonio tomorrow night. I think I'll put out a video about those 2 games together because it's a back-to-back and it's about Wemby's, and this Dallas game was just, shout out to Jakob. Shout out to Jakob for these first 4 games have just been rough. First, the centers he's faced, my goodness. Okay, Porzingis isn't a total beast or anything like that, but it's a tough matchup. He hit 4 3-pointers. Jakob I don't want Jakob running out to the 3-point line. If he's out there, sure, but Porzingis hits them come across the half-court line and just runs into them. And then the Milwaukee game, basically got a double team Giannis every play. It's not healthy, man. That's not a healthy start. Dallas, Anthony Davis. It's not good. It's not good. Now he's up against Wemby. This is abuse. This is abuse. Shout out to Jakob, please. Other Raptors, take care of him. Take care of him. This is a crazy start. I know the rest of you got to guard all of them, but, you know, he's the center. The centers he's faced, I don't care what you say about Giannis. Giannis is a center. He's 7 feet tall. My goodness. That being said, you know, looking forward to tonight's game against San Antonio. Check out Wemby. They're on a winning streak. And I kind of predict that they win the NBA championship a little bit. Just a little prediction. Slight chance Victor Wembanyama breaks NBA basketball. Just watch him play. You watch him play, you let me know what you think. Peace out, Raptor Nation, and peace out, Raptorscope watchers.